I avoided anime for years, even though all my friends watched it, and that was the reason. From the outside, it looked like the more they got into it, the worse they got. Showered less, stopped brushing their teeth, became more depressed. Now I realize anime wasn't the cause, it was a symptom. It was the one thing they most relied on to escape the feeling of sorrow, depression, and emptiness. As a kid, everyone loved anime. I mean, they were the best cartoons. Am I right? Right? Pokemon, Bakugan, Beyblade, Moomin, these were all time classics for me. But at some point, they stopped being cool. But I was uncool anyways, so I didn't really care. So that wasn't the reason I stopped watching it. It was the friends I had that did still watch it. From the unfunny jokes to the weird acting, I didn't want to be like that. As we grew up, their lives seemed to be getting worse and worse. And the worse they got, the more they made anime their personality. From just talking about it sometimes, to having anime profile pictures, to anime merch, and eventually just staying home and watching anime and playing gacha games all day. They weren't putting in any effort socializing, making friends, doing schoolwork, or even thinking about their futures. They were simply escaping reality. When they felt bad, lonely, alone, they wanted stories that last longer. You want characters that feel like friends, who get to develop over time, that you get to connect to. Communities online where you get that social interaction in that we all crave, even if we don't want to admit. You want somewhere to belong. Anime did not create that need, it answered it. In high school, I got a new friend group, befriended actually cool people. A lot of them watched anime. After 2020, anime became mainstream. Now, I didn't watch anime because I genuinely just wasn't interested in any of the shows I've heard about. I just didn't care. Even most of my female friends watched anime, and especially the girls that actually liked me. I don't know if I just accidentally had an anime haircut, but for some reason every girl that liked me was big into anime. Damn, I wish I could go back in time. Still, I didn't really start watching any, but in the military I did. I was sick and couldn't leave my bed for a week. YouTube got boring after the first 48 hours. So I remembered what one of my bunkmates was watching, anime. And like that, YouTube randomly started showing clips from this one anime called Frieren. I googled its ratings and was like, damn, #1, that's crazy. I guess I have to give it a shot. Then I binged the entirety of season 1 in a week. Then I started watching other shows. Anime gave deep storytelling, world building, let me escape the moment I was in that I did not enjoy and could not physically move from. They all offered me a world to escape to. I didn't have to worry about the thing bothering me. This must have been what my friends were experiencing back then. Someone with a healthy social life can enjoy these. Someone without one can depend on them. Escapism becomes a problem when it replaces life. Instead of inspiring you, it becomes somewhere you permanently live. Binging every day, replacing friends with fiction, these parasocial attachments to fictional, fake characters. The fandom rewards being addicted. The more you watch, the more the community likes you. You're no longer just a normie, a tourist, or a LARPer. There's a feeling of belonging. Wars between fandoms, actual purpose, even if outside of this it never even mattered. I recently messaged this friend who was the most obsessed with anime back in the day. At first, he talked about how much better he was doing. That was amazing. But the more we talked, the more I realized he had not changed a bit. He had dropped out of high school, living at home, no job, no partner, no army. He was completely lost, just staying home all day. He needed motivation to actually change. And while a good story could help him motivate and understand that, before he actually changes, he will just keep using this media to escape his life rather than make it better. Subscribe.